Hello everyone, welcome back to Blackboard Fridays, and today it is the episode 7 and we are going to learn how to read stylish fonts. It's very interesting because I know that a lot of people have problem to read Thai script, especially when they use the modern stylish fonts because they don't have circle. You get confused. How could I differentiate between Ko Gai, Tho Thung and Po Pan because they look almost the same without the circle. And today I'm showing you how you can notice, how you can differentiate these similar letters. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's start from a very basic font. For example, this one, you have no problem because there is circle, there's loop, you can read like the way you have learned before. This one, kind of cute font, still easy. But what about this one? When you see such a font, for beginners, almost no chance to read it. But actually, such a font, it's not that every single letter is difficult to read, just some of them. So I group them up in order to compare. When they don't have a loop, maybe they look similar. And now I'm showing you the first group, these two letters. What do you think? The first one, can you guess? The first one, it is Ngo Ngu. This is original Ngo Ngu with the circle. But when they don't have circle, just like this, it's kind of when they design the font, right? It's look the same, at least similar. Ngo Ngu, and that is Ngo Ngu. Jor Chan, Jor Chan. With the loop, it looks like that. But when they make it more like stylish, they delete this part, and that is still Jor Chan. To differentiate between Ngo Ngu and Jor Chan, what you should remember is you can see that Jor Chan, the ending here, is always comes until the right side, the right end here. See? But Ngo Ngu, just right here. Right here. That is different between Ngo Ngu and Jor Chan. Okay? Next group, this one, very difficult. Be careful. First one, can you guess? First letter is Kho Kwai. I write Kho Kwai first with the loop. And Kho Kwai for the stylish font. Yeah, same. They kind of delete this part. See? It becomes like this. Next, Dodek. I will write here Dodek. Dodek. The circle or the loop is inside, not outside like Kho Kwai. And when they design a new font, the direction of the loop is still there. So this one is look like this one. It's still easy to guess, but here and here, here and here, you need to remember that if this stay in this direction, it is Dodek, not Kho Kwai. It's like they delete all of this, and that is stylish Dodek. Or let me write again. For example, right here. Delete this part, and that is kind of Dodek, right? And To Tao is similar to Dodek. It's just there's broken head. ต่อเต่า right ต่อเต่า delete this. See, it looks like this one, or make it more stylish. So that is ต่อเต่า. So here what you have to remember is just if it is คอควาย it's like this, but ดอเด็ก it could be like this, or just like this, and ต่อเต่า could be like this, or start from the bottom like this. Okay, these 3 letters, be careful. And next, group กอไก่ทอถุง and พอสำเภา you can see that they look almost the same without the loop of ทอถุง and พอสำเภา but you still can notice from here, right here. If it is กอไก่ there's no tail at all, and if it's ทอถุง the tail is kind of inside like the original loop, and พอสำเภา the tail is kind of outside like the loop of พอสำเภา which stay outside. But กอไก่ here apart from these 3 fonts, you might see that กอไก่ sometimes they just write like this. That's it, like U upside down. And for ทอถุง, let me show you again here. Without the loop, then that is ทอถุง modern font. And พอสำเภา if you see 3 of this, don't forget to notice right here the circle, not the circle, like the tail. If there's no tail, it's กอไก่ right? No tail. If there's a tail and inside it's ทอถุง, the tail outside it's พอสำเภา. That's it, these 3. Now it's time for มอม้า and นอหนู. I'm so sorry guys, I know that even with the loop, มอม้า and นอหนู is already confusing enough, but without the loop, yes, but you can make it. Here, I show you. มอม้า and นอหนู. Modern font, loops gone totally up here, and right here for มอม้า they just show some parts, and that is modern มอม้า. See, look like this and this. Here, you have to notice this. That is มอม้า. Okay. Here, there's no tail, but yeah, you need to get used to it. I have no other suggestion. Sorry, guys. And นอหนู for modern font, loops completely deleted, and the tail, not the tail, the loop here, just like this, and that is modern นอหนู. Modern นอหนู. So it looks similar to this one and this one, right? So for นอหนู, you need to notice from this, the tail here and here. I would say the top font on the top it's quite challenging. What you have to remember is just like นอหนู, it looks like a U like this, and that is นอหนู with a little tail. or no tail, even no tail. Oh God. And yeah, so it's a U, but mama, it's kind of flip U. So this one is mama, and this one is nonu. Try to look at the general shape, not into detail, you know, and then you can see that that is mama and that is nonu. Okay? Next group, ขอไข่ and บอใบไม้ Let's start with the easiest one, บอใบไม้ If you notice, the second one here is บอใบไม้ It's just like simple U in English. So it's from บอใบไม้ with circle. They just either delete all of the circle, the loop like this. But sometimes maybe you can notice from the little tail right here, that is บอใบไม้ like U. But ขอไข่ it's slightly different. Okay, normally ขอไข่ come with this. And when they design new font, let's just delete the loop, and that's it. So what you can notice from ขอไข่ what makes it different from บอใบไม้ is right here. Normally there must be a curve. See, both of them, the curve here, and that is ขอไข่ one thing you can notice. The second thing is บอใบไม้ is usually fatter or wider than ขอไข่ For the second font is quite clear. So บอใบไม้ is wider and ขอไข่ it's smaller. But yes, like you can see from the first font and the third font, it's pretty much the same size. In that case, you notice from the curve above right here. If there is no curve, it's บอใบไม้. If it's just U, it's บอใบไม้. If there is some curve on the top, it's ขอไข่ Okay. Next group, ขอไข่ ชอช้าง บอใบไม้ and ปอปลา We have learned that ขอไข่ and บอใบไม้ the difference is about this part, right? And บอใบไม้ is just U. But now ขอไข่ and ชอช้าง it looks very close. You have to notice from the tail right here. If it's ชอช้าง, there is a tail. Sometimes the tail goes above, but sometimes it stays at the same level. But yes, you still can notice that there is some little tail, and that is different between ขอไข่ and ชอช้าง And then บอใบไม้ and ปอปลา Yes, it's easy. It's just about the tail as well. But you might think, oh, what about ชอช้าง and ปอปลา Yes, if it's ชอช้าง and ปอปลา just notice from here ชอช้าง and ปอปลา ปอปลา is just simple longer tail. Okay. And this group is a group of พอพึ่ง พอพาน ฝอฝา and ฟอฟัน. Let's start with the first two, พอพึ่ง and พอพาน พอพึ่ง oops, white, พอพึ่ง and พอพาน พอพึ่ง for the stylish font, delete this part, and you can see that there is kind of the head goes to this direction, and that is พอพึ่ง. Okay. And if it's พอพาน they completely delete the loop. So that means if it looks like W, is พอพาน. Okay. Like this. But some fonts you can notice พอพาน from here, the head right here. Just look at the direction of the head, inside or outside. And ฝอฝา and ฟอฟัน, so you use the same way like พอพึ่ง and พอพาน just with tail. Okay, so if is inside, let's go this direction, is for far, and without is for fun, or yeah, go to this direction is for fun. Next, this group is วอแหวนand ออ่าง I would say for the second font right here, it's easy to notice, right? Just like วอแหวน or ออ่าง no problem. But the first font and the third font, the trick is วอแหวน วอแหวน it's just like the C in English, but reversed or flipped, both, right? And ออ่าง it looks like G in English, but reverse, flipped G as well. Apart from looking for the flip C and flip G, you can also notice from this part. You see the difference? If it's a G, you have this detail, this part. But if it's a C, nothing. It's just like simple C like this. See here, that is G, and C, there's nothing. And this group is group of ชอเชอ นอเนน and ยอหญิง. Let's start from the easiest one. ยอหญิง ยอหญิง is different than difference from other because you can notice from this part. That's ยอหญิง. Then ชอเชอ the first one, and นอเนน. These two, if you remember ชอเชอ, for me it's like a combination of ทอถุง and มอม้า together, right? And นอเนน is like ทอถุง and นอหนู together. That means when you notice, you use the same rules of mama and nonu that I have taught you before. So you look at this part, right? So, and that is like mama that we have learned, and that is like nonu. So like that. Oh, here I can show you how they decided. That's ชอเชอ and นอเนน, like something like this, right? Okay. Next, this group, you just need to remember that first one is ทอทหาร and ทอทหาร the modern font, it just look like N in English, all of them, N. The second letter is ทอทง, and ทอทง, it's kind of like S. That is ทอทง. And the last one is หอหีบ, and หอหีบ, it just look like K. K. Except the second font is not like K, but actually you can guess, right? Just the loop is not so small like when you learn it at the beginning. Just make a big loop like this. That is หอหีบ. And last is here รอเรือ and ทอทง. Actually, I've just told you that the shape of ทอทง for modern font, it looks like S, but actually not just ทอทง but also รอเรือ. The first letter is รอเรือ and the second letter is ทอทง To differentiate between รอเรือ and ทอทง is right here. If it is completely S, then it's รอเรือ But if it's kind of S, but this part is go up higher than usual, then it's ทอทง you see this part, if it's go up high, then it's ทอทง. If it's completely S, like S in English, it's รอเรือ okay. Lastly, how to read vowels. The vowel is not so difficult to read. It's just, I would say, these two groups that you need to be careful. First group is group of สระอิอีอึอือสระอิ modern font is just like this, simple, like dash above. Let's say กิกิ and สระอี I write กอไก่ again. สระอี just dash with the little tail. สระอึอึ just here and then bubble, and then like มือ just like this. So e very minimal. And another three that could confuse you is สระ o, I, and I. สระ o will look like this, and สระ I, the first I, the common I that you usually use, this I, just like this, okay. สระ I, and the uncommon I that we have only 20 words in Thai, just like this with small curve above right here. So O, I, that's it. Now let's practice reading together. Let's start with this three. The first one, it looks like what? Reverse G, right? Reverse G. That means it's ออ่าง and the second, it could be ลอลิง or สอเสือ but you can see this little short tail, that's why it says สอเสือ not ลอลิง. So this one is สอเสือ, and last one looks like N, so it's clear, it's ทอทหาร so it is อสอทอ, just the name of magazine. How about this? First is สระ A, and this is สอเสือ, is ไม่โท. The third, remember this, what is that? At this become นอหนู yes, it's นอหนู เส้น. Next one here, N, so you know it's ทอทหาร and it's ทอทหาร. Next is สระ R, and here the last one, จอจานององู yes, it's งองู, right? Because I told you that if it's จอจาน, it's supposed to come more here, but that is งองู so เส้นทาง. Next one, okay, let's go up here. First, ชอช้าง สระอี next ออ่างอวอแหวน it's reverse C, right? So it's วอแหวน and this one is จอจานสระอิ and here is from ต่อเต่าชีวจิต ชีวจิต next here you can see oops not clear like ผอพึ่งผ้า this one ขอไข่เอาใบไม้ yes it's ขอไข่ because there's a curve ขอไข่สระอา reverse C reverse C flip C yes วอแหวน next U not really U because U is มอม้า but there's something right here so that one is could be either นอหนู or มอม้า but this one is มอม้าผ้าขาวม้าand down here just W what's W W is พอพานสอเสือสระอุขอไข่ again some curve not บอใบไม้right here it almost looks like กอไก่ but there's a little tail this direction that's why it is พอพานสระอา and W again W again W is พอพาน okay พาสุขภาพสระแอขอไข่ไม้ไต่คูงองูสระแอ S S is รอเรือ and งองูแข็งแรงผ้าขาวม้าพาสุขภาพแข็งแรง last one what's the name of this resort complete U is บอใบไม้บา and that is what this yes it's นอหนูนา again that is นอหนู banana banana and reverse C reverse C again reverse is วอแหวน view banana view banana view yep that's all for today how to read stylish fonts of course at the beginning it could be difficult for you but read more read anything you see try to see the general shape and see what it looks like it's like C flip G and look at the direction of the loop of the little tail that is very important for stylish font and yeah you will get used to it okay I hope it's useful and see you in the next video ขอบคุณมากค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ